This is my review of the Flogging album, Drunken Lullabies. It was released in 2002 and produced by Flogging and Ted Hutt. So the only lineup change for this album from the last one is Dennis Casey replaces John Donovan on electric guitar, and that kind of stabilizes what I usually think of as like the classic lineup of this band, or at least the lineup that was like around when I was growing up. So this was the second album by this band that I got. I don't remember exactly getting it or where I got it or anything like that. But this was definitely their album that I listened to the most growing up. It was my favorite for a long time. Not really sure if it's still my favorite. I guess we'll have to see when I do the ranking. But yeah, just a really good album all around. The first song, Drunken Lullabies, really strong opening song. One of my favorites by the band, really. Love the banjo part that opens it. And the second song, another really strong song. Probably their best like two opening songs, I think. What's Left of the Flag. I think this is the first song by this band I heard. I don't really remember where I heard it, but I know I heard the song before the album. I definitely remember being sort of familiar with it before the album. But yeah, just another great song. The third song, May the Living Be Dead in Our Wake. This one, not quite as good as the first two, but another pretty good song. It's got some cool like tin whistle on it, which I like a lot. The fourth song, If I Ever Leave This World Alive, kind of starts out slower, so this was a song that it took me a while to get into because a lot of their slower songs I used to just kind of skip when I first started listening to them because I just kind of wasn't into that. But now it's definitely one that I've gotten into and it's grown on me. Fifth song, the Kilburn High Road. Another one I've always really liked, probably because it's got a lot more of the tin whistle on it. Which so does the next song, Rebels of the Sacred Heart, which is also pretty good. So if you don't like tin whistle, it's probably not the album for you. The seventh song, Swagger, cool instrumental. Can't really think of much more to say about it. I guess I've always kind of thought of it as almost like the band's like theme song, but just really cool instrumental. The eighth track, Cool Mistress, kind of different. It's sung by the bass player Nathan Maxwell, and I always liked the song that his vocals kind of weird. Like I don't know, it almost sounds like he's kind of like trying to do the accent a little bit, like David King, the regular or guy that sings lead on all the other songs. And I don't know, maybe I feel like he wasn't maybe like the most confident in his vocal on this or something, but cause it's just kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit weird. Not really bad, not like insulting or anything, but just a little bit different for a vocal, but it's a pretty good song. The ninth song, Death Valley Queen, one that I've always liked a lot. Even though it's sort of slower, I really like the accordion in it. I just think it's a really catchy song overall. The 10th song, Another Bag of Bricks. This one, I think actually might be like one of their more popular songs, but it's never really been one of my favorites on the album. It does have some, I don't know, cool accordion and cool just like instrumental parts, but the chorus of it just kind of doesn't really work for me. Still not a bad song, but not my favorite on the album. The 11th song, Railroad Times, is a cover, and it actually is one of my favorite songs on the album. I just think it's really catchy. Just a really great cover. The 12th and final track, The Sun Never Shines on Closed Doors, I think it's a great closing track, kind of a slower, just softer song, but I think I really got into this one, I think the fastest of all their slower songs, just because that banjo kind of like sucked me into it, and then I listened to the rest of the song. Just a great song, great way to end the album. So, Drunken Lullabies, I'm not quite sure if it's my favorite album by them anymore, but it's definitely a really good one. Yeah, it's definitely, I think it's got some of their best songs on it. Definitely worth checking out if you're interested in the band.